I don't look my best right now, I know. I don't care. I've stopped caring what people think a long time ago. But that's a different video. I'm in the middle of going no contact with my mother. I've already gone no contact with my brother. Because of what I'm going through with my mother, it has led to no contact with my brother. But I'm here to share my story. I'm here to open my mouth. And I've always said if one day I open my fucking mouth, I'm not going to shut up until the entire world is listening. I grew up with two of the most dangerous types of narcissists. My dad being a malignant narcissist, sociopath, abusive, psychotic, literal psychopath. And I recently found out that my mom is a covert narcissist. They're harder to detect, but they're the second most dangerous. It's been so bad. I can remember as an adult having to live like a year and a half with my dad when I literally had nowhere to go. So first of all, if you knew me, that would tell you, it would speak volumes for me to have to end up back at my dad's. But that is only because I had zero place to go. I should have chose a shelter. But anyway, I can recall memories from there. But I can't pull one memory in the past 7 years of living with my mother, except maybe the past year. I can't pull. We spent like 4 or so years down the road. I can't pull one memory from there. I can't pull one memory from all that time my kids grew up. It's just gone. My brain has blocked it out so bad that it is gone. I have huge gaps in my childhood that are gone. But what I remember could bring anybody to their knees. I'm here to not just share my story and how growing up with these narcissists led to every single one of my relationships being with a narcissist, except maybe 3 relationships that I can think of. And it led to toxic ass friends. It led to me being put up with shit at work that I should have never put up with. And I only recently started using my voice. I only recently started standing up for myself. And I promise myself I will never allow anybody to disrespect me or abuse me again. I'm in the middle of waiting for my mother to leave my house. And I'm going to be raising my 3 children on my own, on no income, with 0 help. And I can fucking do it. They should have told me a long time ago I can do anything I put my mind to. But I'm going to be sharing my story, and I'm going to be freely giving my help on how to heal after abuse from narcissistic parents. How to heal after abuse in narcissistic relationships or toxic friendships. How to overcome addiction. How to turn your mental health diagnoses into gifts, because that's what they are. They are not your burden. You are gifted. I'm going to share all my help with spiritual guidance. I have had spiritual awakening after spiritual awakening, after epiphany after epiphany, and I'm ready to share it freely with the world. I will charge for tarot readings I give or questions answered on my divination board as a little way to make some side money. But other than that, this is all freely given information because it's your right to know. I'm not going to set up some 6-week course you have to take for $50 or something insane like that, because this is all things people should. You have the right to know. You have the right on how to survive. I grew up with some friends. I know I was surrounded by a few friends that had horrible mothers. Horrible mothers. I don't even know if they've realized it to this day. It was painfully obvious to me. but mine being a covert narcissist. When I think of covert, I think of undercover. Undercover, wearing a disguise. They are one of the hardest to detect, by the way. She wears the mask of an empath, which I've always questioned her empathy, because so many times when she needed it, she didn't have it. But anyway, and I grew up, if I looked at my friends as moms versus my mom, I thought my mom was way better than them, until I got very real with myself and started piecing things together. When I think of my mom and think of her as how I see her now, I always think of that scene in Tangled when Rapunzel's piecing things together and she realizes that she comes up to that evil witch and says how she's the lost princess and how that witch has kept her there in that tower, sucking the life out of her to stay young and beautiful. That's how I feel about my mom. She didn't lock me away physically, but she had me locked up emotionally, mentally, psychologically, verbally. The abuse I've been through is unmatched. She is someone that can see everyone's faults except her own. She is someone that no matter what she does, even if it comes to something simple like she's not changing your baby's diapers enough, and you're mad about it, and you express that you're mad about it, she's going to get mad at you for how dare you be mad at her. That's what I grew up with. That's just a tiny bit of what I grew up with. She takes zero accountability. She's trying to say right now that she's taking accountability and validating my feelings, but all she's done is tell me I'm wrong for snapping, because I did snap. I'm wrong for snapping. I should have told her years ago. I'm a liar because I've always told her what a great mom she is. And she was willing to do counseling up until I told her I'm also sharing my story publicly. And up until now, she's always told me, you can share whatever the fuck you want on your social media. You can share whatever you want on your platform. She's also always told me, it's not your fault how other people are painted in your story. It's not your fault what other people have done to you. It's not my fault that when I share my story about my mother, this is how it has to be. That's her fault. That's on her. And I'm one of those people that try so desperately hard to pick myself apart and turn myself inside out and reflect on myself and do deep dives on all of my issues, all of my faults, my negative traits, my toxic habits, any of them, and acknowledge them, fix them, work on them. And I am trying to make so sure that I've not developed my own narcissistic traits from being surrounded by narcissists my entire life. My entire life. My parents, my every relationship but 3 toxic ass friends that I guarantee were narcissists. Narcissists at work, they've been everywhere. They have been everywhere, trying to feed off of my light. And I will no longer allow it. And I'm sharing my story, I'm speaking my truth, and I'm here to help other people. I see millions of adult children on TikTok or YouTube talking about their narcissistic mothers, their narcissistic fathers, their narcissistic abusive relationships they were in. My daughter's father is a whole other story. I will dive deep on him as well. I have so much to say, I don't even know where to start, so I think I'm going to start from the beginning and just go on. And I have severe ADD, so I'm going to try to stay on topic and not jump around all over the place. So forgive me if I do. God, I look like shit. I feel like the life has been sucked out of me. I have been so exhausted while living with her that I questioned if I had narcolepsy. And it could just be from trying to survive. That's all for now. But follow me for more.